Hello, it is 9 a.m. and I am going to school right now. Oh, actually it's 10 a.m. I'm going to school right now to film for my project. I had a little bit of like a hiccup because I had planned to do it on Thursday, but turned out that the video room that I booked is already fully booked the whole day and actually the whole week. And then I went by yesterday to ask if there was another possibility, and then they gave me today, which, yeah, like yesterday there's only one day to prepare and to find new actors and like a new video person, like a camera person. So yeah, I only found one person to help me, so I still have to ask around the school if maybe someone can help me for 2 hours, or yeah, just have to be flexible, and then we'll just use like camera standard or like a tripod, or and just play with the two of us. But it will be a bit sad. Yeah, so but we're just gonna try out and see what will happen. I also didn't really prepare a script anymore. Like I have some ideas for a game. So if you didn't watch the last video in the game, we're doing like a live action roleplay, which is basically it's kind of where you take elements from a game and you take elements from improvisational acting and you put those together. And you can make sounds and just like play around. It's like you're doing a performance but without an audience, because the whole audience plays within the game. But yeah, now the audience is the video, like the camera, of course, so it's more like LARP inspired. But yeah, it's different to do it with 2 people than with 3, of course. But yeah, I have to be flexible. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And yeah, I hope maybe some magic will come and there will be someone randomly like, hey, I can help you, you know. So yeah, I will try and film some parts of it as well. So yeah, these are all of my costumes. So I made 3 costumes. So maybe if I'm with 2 people, we'll just share all the costumes that we have. And I also brought some makeup. So here is us just trying out like improvising together a bit. We were mostly just talking gibberish. Yeah, and then like once you start talking and you say yes to the game, or like playing, like some story does develop, so that's interesting always.
Maybe we do so from each of us like this as well, like a close-up, like when you're just talking to the camera. Okay, yeah, you're looking in my eyes. I need to kind of, yeah, and you just act as if you're talking.
Hello, it's now 1 week later, and I wanted to come on here and film another video to talk about the process of my work, how it's going right now. So last week I filmed on Tuesday, and eventually it didn't work out as planned, but I was kind of stressed about finding enough people to help me. Like at least I needed 1 actor and 1 camera person. But eventually like it all worked out, and I had even more people that helped me than I needed. Like I had like 4 people who could help me. So it was super nice, and I think it's because I went in with this open mind of it will all work its way out. Like and I went into the same whatever happens, and I am sure that what comes out, like the art piece, it's not like an idea that I have of how it has to turn out, so it doesn't really matter, really. But because I was so unprepared, I feel like it kind of, like my whole idea, I kind of lost sight of. So yeah, it went a little bit different than I had in mind, because I didn't write a script or anything. We were just really playing around, and I feel like we were all kind of shy in a way, because we didn't have so much time, because 2 of the girls had to leave after 1 hour, and I think for LARPing and improvising, you really like get better and feel more comfortable the longer you play. So really the shots at the end were much more interesting than at the beginning. And so what I did, eventually I had a lot of footage that I didn't really have a plan with, so at the end of the day I had a lot of loose videos. I had my presentation yesterday on Tuesday to show my video, and what I've done is just put all the videos together, or not all of them, like I chose some videos to put together, and I kind of thought of a story afterwards by putting in some subtitles, because we didn't really use real language but more like gibberish, and yeah, eventually it was like a video of 3 minutes. Maybe I'll post it later, and I got some feedback on it. That was interesting, because now like the work, because I didn't have really like a plan, a real plan, I got feedback that I otherwise would not have gotten, or I went on a different route that I would not have gotten on if I started with more input, even though maybe that would have been nice too. But I think really what helps me a lot along the way of like the process of creating art is to be very open to what comes on the path, and very much like trusting that it will turn out, or like something will come up. Like I don't need to have an idea to start, I'll just start, and I believe that an idea will come to me, or like some interesting things will come, because that's really like some in the video that I made. It's 3 minutes, and I mean I just put some random shit together, but there are some things that are interesting that I can work further on, that I like, that came through creating it, and not really me thinking of it beforehand. And I think that's really my process. And yeah, so I got, again, like sometimes I feel a little bit like I think not scared, but a little bit shy to start an artwork or start a new assignment or like a new project. But I just really have to, I keep reminding myself every time that the idea or like the good thing, it will come when I start. And now I got reminded of this again, that even if like I don't know what I'm doing, something that's interesting will come out that I'll notice, and then I can work further with. And so like my feedback, I got feedback that there were some parts where I acted very like dead, and then my teacher said that was interesting and that I should explore that more, like the really the dead acting, like, and then you can literally like, yeah, go crazy really. He said to really like dive into this craziness. So I think I will rest the project for a little while now and work on it maybe in 2 weeks again, and maybe shoot again with like more of a clear idea of interesting things, and yeah, then we'll see what comes out. And now, like the performance, that's like the bigger project that like the video is also kind of part of, in a way. It came from the same concept, but that I did more for school, and the performance is for an event. That is on Friday, so I have 2 more days. I am not ready, but I do trust that it will come out, like maybe half interesting, half not. Like, it doesn't have to be perfect at all. Yesterday we kind of finished the music almost, and I'm really proud of it. And so yeah, I'm very excited, and I'm trying not to pressure myself too much into thinking that it has to be good or anything, because really it doesn't have to be good at all. I just want to have fun, and I think creating art that comes from inspiration and fun is also like very has a lot of, it's very worthwhile, and like just like art that comes as an outlet has a lot of, it's important too, of course, but it's somehow in our society looked down upon. There are actually studies about this that state that art that comes from an artist that society knows is depressed will be seen as higher value than art that comes from an artist that's not depressed. And I think that's very problematic, because I think it should be equal. And I notice within myself that when I'm feeling good and I have trust, those ideas, I'm open to ideas, so they come easier to me. And yeah, so that is like the base, or like the core, I think, of my work in general. So I'm trying to stay close to this truth of mine, who I am as an artist. And I think then, even though the performance isn't finished yet, I have this trust, and like I'm not gonna stress, because I mean, I'm stressing a little bit. I'm not gonna stress because it's about having fun. Like, literally my performance is about having fun. So if I'm gonna stress for this project, like, that doesn't make sense. So yeah, yeah, it's not ready, but I am mentally ready. So yeah, that's where I'm at now, and that I wanted to what I wanted to share. So yes, thank you for watching, and I hope you have a nice day.